Hey you, come here. Are you that weirdo that hasn't learned how to love their weirdness? Well, you're about to love this video because by the end of it, you're going to release those habits, those beliefs, and the brain wiring that makes social interactions feel uncomfortable and unnatural. So no more overanalyzing every single move, and it's time to step into our confident social era. Nobody is born socially confident. It's a skill that can be learned, and with practice, it gets even better. So first I want to touch on what makes people socially awkward, and if you want to skip this part, feel free, timestamps are down below. So one trait that socially awkward people have is that they're overthinkers. They literally overanalyze every single situation, and when they meet someone, they're just like, oh my god, do they like me? Was I talking too much? Am I weird? Why were they looking at me in a weird way? Maybe that's literally their face. So stop overanalyzing, stop overthinking. I'm going to use the abbreviation SAs for socially awkward people just to make it easy for the rest of the video. So the SAs usually overanalyze everything from beginning or before, during the event or whenever the thing is happening, to after or the ending. So they literally overanalyze every single step and they can't enjoy anything. They're not in the present moment because they're always up in their head. And the reason why we do this is because we need to perform in a certain way. We think we need to perform in a certain way for the other person to like us. So we need to be likable. So we need to be a bit more funny. We need to look a certain way. So when we think we're not, that is when we're all up in our head like, are we behaving the way we should behave? When really you should just be yourself, because that is when you're sitting in your authentic energy, and that is when you'll attract the people that resonate with you on your same energy level. So instead of thinking, does this person like me? You need to think, do I like them? Am I liking this interaction? Do I feel comfortable, or do I get a weird feeling inside? Because your intuition is always right. If you don't feel right in that situation, it means that you're just not vibing, and that's completely fine. Because when you do vibe with someone, you feel more free and more open to talk. Because socially awkward people are not awkward around everyone. They have one friend or one sibling or someone or one auntie, one uncle that they have like a blast around. And they're so out there that you would think is a totally different person. So it's technically not you. It's just because you're not vibing with the right people and you don't have the right people in your environment. So stop putting pressure on yourself, because this will just lead to social anxiety, and then your body will literally think that it is in a dangerous situation. So activate fight or flight mode, then you'll start breathing faster, then you'll start sweating, then you'll just get all fidgety because you think that you're in a dangerous situation. So try to decrease that pressure so you don't feel like you need to perform a certain way, you need to be a certain thing. You are okay just by being yourself. You don't need to be anyone else. All you need to be is yourself. Another feeling that you might have is that you don't feel like you belong and you feel like you're an outsider, or you just have the fear of being embarrassed or rejected. Well, if this all sounds like you, then this is how you can fix it. Firstly, you wouldn't worry so much about what other people think about you when you actually realize how little they do. Most people are worried about their own life. They're not concentrated on you as much as you think. You think people are watching you walk into a room, judging you, or remembering every little detail about you, when in reality, they don't. You see, the only reason we think that other people are judging us is because we are judging ourselves internally. And that is why outside we think other people are judging us. When we think that we should be a certain way, we should act a certain way, we should dress a certain way, whatever doesn't fit, that is what we judge ourselves on more, and that is what we think other people are judging us on too. So because we are judging ourselves internally, that is what we think other people are doing. But really and truly, they are not. They are too busy worried about their own life. So you need to stop over analyzing the situation and just relax and be yourself. That goes into number 2, and that is regulate your nervous system. You need to find ways to regulate your nervous system, because when your body goes into a state of panic that, oh my God, I've got anxiety because I need to talk to this person, or I need to go to this event, just excuse yourself. If you're in that event and you feel like you have anxiety, you need to excuse yourself and then maybe go to the bathroom and do some breath work. Literally, breath work helps to calm down your nervous system. It's scientifically proven. So go and learn how to do breath work so you can control your nervous system and you can start regulating it. So it's not in fight or flight mode. And when you're doing the deep breathing, concentrate on your deep breathing and then tell yourself this. This is not a dangerous situation. I trust myself to confidently navigate through these conversations without feeling anxious. So again, I am not in a dangerous situation and I trust myself to confidently navigate through these conversations with ease and without feeling anxious. So write that down on a piece of paper, and if you want, stick it in your pocket. So if you do feel awkward or you're starting to feel anxious in a situation, you're going to excuse yourself, you're going to go to the bathroom, you're going to take out that paper, you're going to do some breathing, and you're going to read that paper, okay? Because this will help to rewire your brain that I am not in a dangerous situation, because sometimes you think you're in a dangerous situation because of a childhood experience that has basically traumatized you in a certain way, and that is why you're having that social anxiety. But I'll jump into child trauma after. The thing is, we are all human, we all trip over our words, we all say weird things, we all have awkward moments of silence, and it's completely fine. The reason you think it's not fine is because you have put so much weight on it. Every conversation doesn't need to be full of words. Sometimes there can be moments of silence. So find the peace in the moments of silence. Take that time to really be with yourself and feel, how am I feeling in this moment? Am I enjoying the event? Am I enjoying this conversation? Am I enjoying the people around me? How am I feeling? You can take those moments and make them meaningful. Stillness is better than unnecessary noise. So next time you go somewhere, make sure you take up space and you know that your presence was needed in that room, because it was. God placed you there for a reason. Either you're supposed to learn something or someone else is supposed to learn something from you. 3 is social practice, my darlings. So if you don't practice something, how are you going to get better at it? It's like when you're a newbie at the gym, you literally don't know how to use any machine. You're just looking around like a weirdo and you don't know what to do. Well, a couple of months later, you're enjoying it. You know what to do. You're getting more confident in yourself. Well, that's exactly what it's like in social settings. You just need to put yourself out there more so you have more experience as to how to interact with people, how to talk to them, what's the body language like, what is human psychology like, how to behave in certain situations. So the more experience you have, the more skilled you become in this. So you just need to start putting yourself out there in more social situations. You can first start off with the casual interactions that you can't avoid on a daily basis. So your co-workers, a cashier, a barista. You can even join clubs, group activities, or even go to networking events where this social interaction is actually built into the event. And this is a great way to put yourself out there as well, because if you do feel like you underperformed, when you're not performing here, you're just being yourself. But if you feel like you underperformed, then you just need to tell yourself, I'm never going to see these people again. It doesn't even make a difference if I look like a weirdo or if I acted like a clown. No one's going to see me again, so it doesn't matter. Yes, it will feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but along the way, it will become comfortable because you'll become more experienced in it. It's your choice whether you want to sit in that discomfort all your life or you actually want to make a change, because you have the power. Number 4 is study people. So if you made it this far, drop the book emoji down below and let's get back to the video. We have access to so much information on the internet for free. You literally have no excuse. If you don't understand how to interact with people, you can literally learn from the internet. Go look up books, look up videos on human psychology, human behavior, body language, all of these things you need to start studying, okay? You need to start studying books so you understand them. Then you need to start looking at interviews and podcasts, because this is the best way to look at like a natural conversation. I love watching podcasts. So look at the way people are having natural conversations. When one speaks, how much time do they give them to finish off their story? When does the other person speak? How do they behave? How are they interacting? How are they looking at the person? How is their body? Like, is it leaned in? Like, is it laid back? Is it relaxed? How is the body language? You need to study every single little thing so that you can build your socializing skills. Even when you're watching TV serials, when you're watching interviews, when you're watching your favorite YouTuber, if they're talking to their friends, when you're outside in public, how do people behave? Just watch them and study them. And if you really struggle in the beginning, you will be struggling. So in the beginning, you just mirror the other person. So if you're at a social event and you don't know how to behave, you're just going to mirror the other person. So if they're talking a lot, that means you're open to talk a lot as well, because they're talkative. They're enjoying the conversation. If they're brief, then you keep it brief. And then you can just excuse yourself if you wish. But you don't need to take it personally. Not everything is about you. And that is what you need to remember. Don't take it personally if they keep it brief, because they might just be having a bad day and they might just not want to talk. They might be tired. You don't know what is going on in a person's life and they don't want to tell you their whole life story. So maybe they might just keep it brief. So just remember, it's not about you. Number 5 is shift your mindset. So I have been in a lot of situations and a lot of events where I didn't feel like I got along with those people. And it doesn't mean that I'm weird. It just means that they're not my people, and that's okay. You don't need to get along with everyone. Yes, you might be able to speak to them for an hour or two, but it doesn't mean that you want to spend like days going out with them or spend a holiday with them. Not everyone is going to resonate with you, and that's okay. You're not going to get along with everyone like that. You're not going to vibe on a high level with everyone, and that's okay, because you're not supposed to be getting along with everyone. Because if you do, that means you're not truly being authentic to yourself. When people have like 20 friends and they say, oh, they're all my best friends, is because that person is not authentically being themselves. They're trying to fit in and mold themselves to every single person around them so that everyone likes them. That is why when you step into your authentic energy, you only have a few friends, because only those few friends actually align with you and your values. So stop feeling like wherever you go, you need to be friends with every single person in the room. You do not. You can be acquaintances with everyone. You can be civil with everyone. It doesn't mean that everyone needs to be your best friend. So shift your perspective. I enjoyed that conversation, but that's not my person, and it's completely fine. And please do not force being friends with other people, because you're forcing it, which means it is unnatural. If it feels unnatural to you, it is unnatural. It's not aligning with you. It's not aligning with your soul and your soul's purpose. So let it go. That person is not supposed to be in your life. So why are you forcing it? Number 6 is small talk. So when you're meeting someone new, or when you're just at an event and you don't know what to say, master the art of small talk. So you can talk about their hobbies, their hometown, the event that you're at, the mutual friends that you have and how they know them. You can even talk about the weather, which British people love. There is so many topics that you can talk about, because the thing is, we are all human. We all have something in common. You can find a common topic. Even if it's for a brief conversation, you can find something to talk about. So try and stick to these topics so you have something to talk about. You don't need to think that you need to say something like completely out of the blue, something so interesting. You just need to keep it to small talk, and that is how you'll build your confidence. Because even the person that you least like, you can still manage to have a short conversation with them about one of these topics, because again, we are all human. And remember, people love to talk about themselves. So just ask them a question about themselves and let them go on. And if they start talking, it'll be good, because then you can start asking a question about something that they told you about. If they keep it brief, again, like I mentioned before, they might just be having a bad day. So it's not about you, okay? Don't take it personally. It's not about you. They might literally just be having a bad day. Number 7 is release your childhood experiences. So social awkwardness doesn't just come from nowhere. It often stems from our childhood traumas, which shaped the way we see ourselves and the world. So you might have had overprotective and controlling parents that didn't let you go anywhere or didn't let you do anything. So you didn't have that much experience or opportunity to build your social confidence. You might have been also told that don't embarrass me, or why aren't you saying something? So now you're just like scared to say something because you think that you might say the wrong thing. Or you might have just got bullied when you were younger for speaking up, and that has traumatized you, and that is why you keep quiet now. Or you might just be known as the shy person in the house. So that's why you've just gone shy, because you took on that personality when really it's not even you. Other times it's because of our cultural upbringings, when you're told that if you're expressive or if you're outspoken, it's rude, when really and truly it's just a form of self-expression. And I have definitely experienced this. I definitely resonate with this one, because I'm very outspoken. I like to do what I want and I don't really care, but I have felt this shame and guilt that comes with doing what I want to do, although I did end up doing it anyway. And when you're discouraged to like speak up or express yourself and how you actually feel and what you want to do, then you kind of just curl into this ball and you just feel like, well, I can't say what I want to do because it's wrong and it's not socially accepted. So I'm just going to follow everyone else and just like hide into a ball. So I want you to unlearn all of these, because it is not true. Anything that happened in your childhood, it can be changed. It's just an experience, and we always learn from our experiences. We don't let them completely shape us and confine us to this box. We help it to mold us into the beautiful human being that we are supposed to be, and we learn from the experience. So remember that your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you or control you unless you let it. Social skills are learnt, so practice makes perfect. Finally, the fear of judgment fades when you stop judging yourself. So give yourself that love and compassion that you truly deserve. So if you're ready to unlearn your social awkwardness and step into your social confidence, then leave a light bulb emoji down below so we all know that you're about to spread your light in this beautiful world. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one.